see the shirt, okay? I don't even gotta say much. It's giving engaged. It's giving very much fiance. What's up, guys? If you're new here, my name is Mykia and welcome to my channel. As you can see by the title, I am doing an engagement series. I started out with just trying to do one video catered to my engagement and what happened and how everything transpired, but the video was way too long. So I realized I'm gonna have to make this a series and I'm just gonna give y'all different parts. So in part one, it was my perspective. In part two, is gonna be Tom explaining things from his perspective and what happened, how he found the ring, how he decided on how to propose, just everything. And part three is gonna be the aftermath of everything and the gifts that I got. And part four is gonna be my mom's perspective. I'm just gonna give y'all the rundown of it. So if you're interested in seeing any of these videos, make sure you subscribe, stick around, stay tuned, and just hop on this roller coaster ride and just go along this journey with us. So the day he proposed was March 6th, 2021, and it wasn't your average proposal at all. It was in the movie theater. I know you like, how the heck does somebody propose in a movie theater? I ain't never heard of it either, but yes, it literally was in the movie theater. I'm sitting down at the movies and the movie starts and it's us on the screen, y'all. It's us on the screen. It's us on the screen, and it's like a video of like videos and pictures of us.
Tinkerbell Studio presents an epic love story. Dramatic by design.
But that's what happened on that video, how he asked me to be his girlfriend.
Filled with passion.
If you want to hear how he asked me to be his girlfriend, please stick around. Please comment on this video and let me know if you want to hear the story. And we'll definitely do a story time about how he asked me to be his girlfriend. That's a story that y'all want to hear, okay?
What can I say? After 8 long years, we finally managed to this point. And here are your bells. You know for a fact you are my lover, you're my best friend, you're the one who I genuinely want to spend the rest of my life with, the one who I want to take family vacations with, the one who I want to have my kids with, the one who I want to experience success with, the one who I want to go through my trials and tribulations with. You are that person. I can genuinely say I feel like I met my person early in life. These past 8 years have been ups, have been downs, but we have gotten through everything. And we have gotten through everything with grace and dignity. And I can definitely say I don't think I would have made it that far without you by my side.
Two hearts. Two souls. One love. Today. Yesterday.
This is nothing but the next chapter in our love story, and I pray that we continue to make these chapters and we continue to grow and we continue to build what we planned on. So without further ado, Mykia, are your bells? Will you marry me?
Coming soon to a chapel near you.
Honestly, and being truthfully honest, it's so hard for me to like remember what happened. I don't know if I was like in a state of shock or what, but it's like I was there, but I wasn't there. Like, I just couldn't grasp everything that was happening in the moment. But let me just give y'all the backstory. In this video, I'm gonna insert pictures and video footage of everything. Let me start off at the beginning of February. So at the beginning of February, Tom told me, and I don't remember the exact date, but it was around Valentine's Day. Tom told me, he was like, oh yeah, tomorrow I'm going out with Carlos. He trying to get some stuff for his Valentine. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. He said, yeah, we going to Georgetown, you know, whatever. Or, you know, we going out. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. So the next day came, he left out, you know, him and Carlos was going out together. So I was like, oh, okay. So about an hour or two went by. I'm just in the house, I'm cleaning up, I'm on the phone with Rana, you know, we just talking. And I realized, I'm like, dang, like Tom had never text me and tell me like he made it, or he just hasn't texted me at all, which is not normal. Like we text like when we out and stuff like that. So I was like, bro, I'm gonna call you right back. Let me call Tom, you know, just to check in, whatever. So I called him on FaceTime and he didn't answer. So I was like, okay. I didn't think nothing of it. I was like, he probably don't see his phone. So I just went to my text messages and I was like, I'm just gonna send him a quick text saying like, you ain't gotta call me back. I was just checking to see if you made it. So when I go to my text messages, it says, Tom has stopped sharing locations with you. So I'm like, stop sharing location? So it's like necessarily I wasn't going to look for his location, but it tells you when you stop sharing location with somebody. Like, it says in the message. So y'all know I call him so quick. I call him back, and then he answered. And I'm like, hello? He like, yeah, what's up? I'm like, oh, so we stopping sharing locations now. Like, that's what you want. And he like, nah, I don't know what happened. I didn't stop it. Like, I don't know. So I'm like, so it just stopped on its own. Like, you know, like, it's hard for me to believe. I'm like, that's some bullshit. So I was just like, oh, okay, well, I ain't want nothing. I was just checking in. So I just left it at that. Like, whatever. So then, of course, I had to text him. I got nasty. I was like, oh, okay, like, that's what you want. Like, okay, cool. Being crazy or whatever. So that was just the end of that. He like, I swear, I don't know what happened. But he was playing it. So he was playing it cool. He was playing it cool. So I'm just like, okay, I guess. So that was that day. And I don't know why, like, alarm didn't go off in my head. Well, I guess, like, I mean, I don't know. I told her, I'm like, girl, Tom stopped sharing his location with me. She was like, niggas be doing anything. Like, you know, she was like feeding into it with me. So she was kind of making me pipe up a little bit, honestly, like thinking back on it. So I let it go, whatever. He got home, I was just like, don't be doing stuff like that. Like, that's throwing me off, whatever. That was the end of it. So maybe a few weeks later, like 3 or 4 weeks later, me and Tom were at dinner and my Uncle Dirk texted me and Brianna in a group chat. And then he just sent us a picture of a flyer and was like, family movie night. I want to say the flyer said like family movie night, adults only, like we rented out the theater, we about to have a good time, we about to drink, we about to, you know, just whatever. So y'all, prior to COVID, me and my family always would go to the movies. Like, I have a big family, so a movie night for us is 15 plus people. So that was normal. Like, that's normal for us to do that. But since COVID has happened, we haven't been to the movies, so I was just like, okay, like, that's cool. I didn't even respond to the text message, y'all. I didn't even respond to the message. I think at dinner I said to someone, I was like, child, Dirk having a movie night. And I just left it at that. I didn't respond. So then I want to say like 2 weeks later from that, or maybe like a week or so later, Brianna, I was on the phone with Brianna, and then she said something about the movie night. And I was like, girl, I don't know if I'm going to that. And then Tom was in the room while I was talking on the phone, and he was like, you going? And I was like, y'all know I don't be playing around with COVID. Like, I'm not trying to be doing all of that. Like, I don't know. Like, I'll see when the day get here. It depends on how I feel that day. So they both like, you going? I don't know why then in that moment I did not pick up on the hint. Like, they was kind of like, they wasn't pressing me out, but both of them like answered immediately like, girl, you going? Shut up. Y'all, I should have picked up on it then. I should have picked up on it then. Okay. So let me just, because I'm all over the place right now. Let me just fast forward. Okay, so that was like 2-3 weeks prior. Now we're at the day before. No, we're at the weekend before. So the weekend before we got engaged, we went to Deep Creek. We went to Deep Creek with all of our friends for our friend Drake's birthday. Mind you, it was me. It was 15 people. It was 15 of us. Me plus 14 others. Come to find out, everybody who was on the Deep Creek trip, they knew. When I tell you people was like drunk or just lit, we was having a good time on Deep Creek, how did nobody slip up and accidentally say it? They were drunk, like they were pilled. Nobody slipped up and said it, and that's so hard for me to believe. Like, it's so hard for me to believe. They told me like after the fact. Of course, they're like, yeah, he was showing us the ring and everything. We was there. He was showing us pictures of it, just like everything. And I'm just like, where the hell was I at? Like, I definitely have to be more observant. Like, what I realized from this whole engagement and proposal, I gotta be more observant. Like, what the heck do I be thinking? Like, where do I be at? So the weekend of, let's go to the weekend of. So let's fast forward to Friday, March 5th. This is the day before the actual engagement. That day I ran errands, literally, and I was vlogging this weekend, y'all. I literally was vlogging. I ran errands. I cleaned out my closet. I took some stuff to the thrift store. You know, I got food. Like, I was kind of just like running errands. I went to like 4 or 5 stores. I just did everything that I needed to do. So the night came around and we were supposed to be going to our friend Bree's birthday party. And it was just at her house, you know, just like a little kickback or whatever. And me and him was kind of into it. Like, we was low-key arguing. Like, we was kind of like, because I just felt like he was just lying about stuff. Like, I don't know, I felt like he was just like playing games or something. That was annoying me. Like, that was annoying me so bad. We was low-key kind of into it. And I was vlogging this weekend, and I don't even know why. Like, I wouldn't have even posted that vlog footage. So the day comes around, it's getting close to the nighttime, and we're going to Bree's birthday party. Of course, we're arguing about dumb stuff. Like, I'm not ready and he's ready to go. You know, just like stuff. So then finally I get ready. We leaving out the door. And then I decide to go back and get a bottle of wine to give her for her birthday. Y'all, when I walk into the door, I drop the bottle of wine. It goes everywhere. The bottle shatters. It's wine all over the floor. My coat is wet. Like, everything is wet. Mind you, he's like rushing. He's trying to go. So that was like even more tension. Like, that just added onto the layer of already arguing that day. And now I look back, it's so stupid. It was like pointless argument, whatever. So yeah, we go to Bree's birthday party. Bree's there, Drake's there, like our friends that call us there, you know, whatever. So we having a good time at her birthday party. We had, like, once we got there, both of us in the car ride down, we kind of calmed down because her house is kind of about an hour away from ours. So when we got there, it was a good time. We had a good time. We had fun. And like, they knew that this was happening tomorrow, and nobody like acted weird, funny, nothing. Like, everybody at the birthday party was just fine. They knew. Like, they freaking knew. So let's go to the day of. Let's go to March 6th, 2021. This is the day of the engagement, the proposal, everything. So what did I do that morning? I ain't do nothing. I don't think I did nothing on Saturday. I just waited around for the movie. So like, I got up, you know, just normal stuff, chill. I think I started editing my last video that I posted. I woke up, I edited a video. I took a nap. And then once I got up from my nap, I got in the shower, started doing my makeup, and just started getting ready for the movies. So mind you, me and Brianna, we talk on the phone all day, every day. Like, if you know me and her, you know that me and Brianna is always on FaceTime. Like, that's my best friend. Like, we just talk on the phone. Like, we just be on the phone. We don't be talking about nothing. We just sit on the phone literally all day. So the day of, like, she didn't call me at all. Like, she didn't call me. And that's not normal. Like, she'll call me, ask me what I'm wearing, or like, I'll ask her what she wearing, or like, what time you coming down here? You know, she lived like 30 minutes away from us. So I'm like, what time you coming over? Like, you know, we talk. So that day, I'm just like, she not talking to me. So I talked to Bria on the phone too. Like, me and Bria talk on the phone too. So I called Bria. I'm like, well, what you wearing? Bria tell me what she wearing, and then she tells me what Brianna is wearing. So I'm like, oh, you talk to her. Y'all, when I tell y'all that was another layer. So I'm like, oh, so you called Bria and you ain't called me. Bria and Brianna, they talk too, but like, they know each other through me. So how y'all talking? Ain't nobody called me. So I'm like, oh, so you know what she wearing. She like, oh yeah, she told me, you know, she was wearing a little dress or whatever, blah, blah. So I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, yeah, she throwing me off. Like, she ain't called me all today. I called her on FaceTime. She called me back on a regular phone. We don't talk on a regular phone, sweetie. Don't be calling me on a regular phone. Like, that threw me off. So when she called me back, I was a little, like, I was annoyed. I'm not gonna lie. I was just giving, like, oh, well, I'll talk to you, you know, later. I'll see you later. Like, I was being petty. I was. So Brianna told me she was coming stopping me at my house first before we actually go to the movie. So I was like, all right, well, I'll just see you when you get here. And Bria was like, she'd meet us there at the movie. So I was like, okay, cool. When I tell y'all, when I was getting ready for the movie theater, it's like Tom, he was getting ready too. One, I felt like he was lying that day. Like, he told me he had something to do to help his aunt, but then the day comes and you ain't got nothing to do. Like, you just cooling around with me. So I'm like, I thought you had to go help your aunt. He like, oh, like, you know, I don't gotta do it no more. You know, just like stuff. And I'm just like, you just a lying. Like, what you lying about? It's like he not a good liar. So it didn't make sense to me. Like, what he was talking about just didn't make sense. Like, one minute you gotta be there at 10 and then the next minute you ain't gotta go at all. Huh? Like, it's not adding up. Now we sitting here. He lying.
About what? Lying about what? Something that I had to do that I no longer have to do.
That's scary. So I was kind of pressing the issue. I was like, you niggas be lying. Like, I was just like, you just be lying. Like, what you lying about? You ain't even gotta lie like that. You know, whatever. And y'all, I feel so bad that I was pressing him like that. But anyway, so it's later on in the day. We literally have like an hour and a half till the movie starts. My mom texted me, asked me like, what time I'm leaving out, which is normal for her to do. I tell her like, oh, I'm not leaving out till 7. She like, oh no, they said it's starting at 7, so you need to be there before 7. So I'm like, well, why he put 7 on the invitation if it's like you gotta be in your seat at 7? So my mother kind of pressed the issue of like, you gotta be there on time. So I'm like, oh gosh. So right now it's about 5:30. I only got about an hour to get ready. So I kind of start putting my makeup on, start getting ready. I'm on the phone with Bria. When I call her, she's already kind of ready. She got her makeup on. That's not normal. Bria be late. I be pressing my friends about the time thing. We all be late, but I kind of be the one pressing them. So when I talked to Bria and I said she got her makeup, I'm like, damn, like everybody on it today. I ain't think. So at this time, Tom is like getting ready and he's like, he about to go out with his dad. Him and his dad do be going out, so that's like pretty normal. But I'm just like, oh, you getting like dressed to go out with your dad. Like, you putting on a fit. So whatever, I just left it at that. But he was kind of pressing me, and I was getting so annoyed with him pressing me. He was just like, what's taking you so long? Why are you taking so long to get ready? He's like, what you wearing? You know, like, he just was like kind of picking. And I'm just like, bro, you not going. Like, what you worried about? Why, like, if I'm late for? Like, why do you care so much if I'm late? Like, why do you, what is it? Little did I know, I was preparing for my own freaking proposal, and he was just trying to make sure I was straight. Y'all, I was like, bro, just leave me alone. Like, let me get ready. Like, please, just get off my back. And he was just like, all right, like, whatever. So he's like, all right, I'm about to leave. And as he was leaving, Brianna was coming in the door, like, you know. So both of them at this point is pressing me. They like, what you wearing? This and that. So I put on the outfit. The outfit that I had in my head, it did not pan out. So when I put the shirt on, it had like a hole at the top. And my bra was showing. I didn't have like no safety pin, no nothing. So at this point, I'm back to square one. I don't got an outfit to wear. So I'm like, first of all, I can just wear a sweatsuit, honestly. Like, it's just the movies. So then both of them like, no, like, wear something cute. Like, no, like, running on a dress, you know. And I'm just like, what the heck are y'all doing so much for the movie theater for? Like, for what? It's the movies. Like, my family's not going to be dressed up, nothing. Like, everybody about to be just, you know, chill. They was like, no, like, you should wear something nice, blah, blah. And I just, like, all of these red flags, y'all, I did not pick up on. So, Brianna like, oh, what about this? And it's the outfit that I actually wore, which is like a jean jumper. She in my closet. She like, oh, what about this? So, I'm like, okay, cool. I put the outfit on, and I was like, like, I'm just not really, I don't really like this. So, I was like, well, I'm about to change. So, y'all, I started taking it off. So, mind you, at this point, it's like 6:45. The place only 3 minutes from my house, so it's like 6:45. We got about 15 minutes to get there or whatever. So I'm like, I'm about to take this off. So she's like panicking, freaking out. So then I started to take it off, and I'm like, nah, I'm gonna keep it on. And y'all, I kept going back and forth. Then I had to switch my purse. Then I had to change my jacket, and I had to find a jacket. It was a mess. So she's like, come on, like, let's just go, whatever. So we finally get in the car, And then it's just like, when I was in the car, it's like something in me felt just like nervous or tense. And I remember saying to her, I said, damn, y'all making me nervous to go to the movie theater. I wish I was vlogging. I wish I was vlogging, because I said that to her. And then immediately she said something smart to me, and that made me that like what the feeling down. She was like, well, when we ain't on time, you the one complaining, and when we are on time, when I'm trying to be on time, like you blah blah blah. And I was like, you know, like I was giving her what need to be gave. So I was like, okay, and man, thinking back on it, I'm a freaking trip. So she got a little smart with me, and at this point we're pulling up, and I was just like, all right, okay, cool. Like, I'm gonna take that, because I do be on their back about like y'all come on, let's be on time, blah blah blah, about to start, whatever. So we pulling up, and it's probably like 6:50. Brett said she already inside, whatever. I walk in, and then my family there, so I'm like, hey y'all, you know what's up? See my family, and then I see my cousin Asia. My cousin Asia lives in North Carolina, so she up here, like ain't nobody say nothing. My mother would have been told me like, oh, Asia in town, or Asia came up this weekend, or you know, my mother would have said something. So I was like, dang, Asia, you here? Hey, Asia, you know, what's up? Why ain't nobody tell me you was coming to town? So then, after I said hey to all my family, me and Brianna go, and we started looking for bread. Bread is like on the 3rd row. So I woke up there, I'm like, dang, Bread, why you gotta sit in the front of the movie theater like the joint ain't empty? Like, we rented this out. We ain't gotta sit in the 1st row. Like, we ain't gotta be up here. She was like, girl, just sit down. So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. So we sit down, and Brie like, I bought liquor, like I bought my flask. So we all taking shots out of the flask. You know, me, Brianna, and Brie. It's just us 3 on the road. Like me on the end seat, Brianna in the middle, and then Brie on the other side of her. So Brie passing the flask down, we drinking, we taking shots. Or whatever. I'm like, woo. So mind you, this is like in a 5-minute time frame. It's still not like 7 o'clock yet. Well, it's probably like 58, like 6:58. It's about to be 7. So we taking a few shots. We like, let's just take a few shots before it start. You know, like let's get a little toasty, a little cozy. Yeah, we sitting there, we drink, we drinking. I actually put on my phone because I'm vlogging them. I'm like, oh, like, you know, we in the movies, blah, blah. I'll insert the video footage. So then, you know, the movie about to start. So both of them pulls out their phones when like the lights get dim. Brett and Brianna both pull out their phone and they like recording the screen. So I'm like, what y'all recording the screen for? And then they were like, cause I want people to think I'm on a date. Like I'm recording my Insta story like I'm on a date. So I was like, okay. So they sitting there with their phones out, like about to press the button. I'm just like, okay, like they looking weird as hell. But I just left it alone. I was like, whatever. Y'all, when the movie started, it said like Tinkerbell Productions or something. If you know me, you know my nickname is Tinkerbell, like, or Tink. Like that's just my nickname with my family. So it said Tinkerbell Productions. And I'm like, and then I see a side door, which is like, if I'm sitting here, you guys are the movie screen. There's a door. I hear that door open, and then I see Tom walking in. And y'all, when I say it was like 1 million people behind him, it felt like 1 million people. All I seen was him, and then I seen phone lights. Like it was like him, and it was like this, like it was like him, and it was phone lights. So I'm just like, and on the screen it was like videos of us and pictures of us, and it was his voice in the background, and he was just saying, I'll just play it for y'all because I can't even tell y'all what he was saying because I just can't even tell y'all. But I'll play the video for y'all of everything, and I don't know what happened to me in that moment. It's like I was there physically, but like mentally I wasn't there. Like, I guess it's what it feels like when you're in shock, but that was the least thing that I was expecting that day. Like that was like the least thing that I was expecting. So I'm just sitting there, and then it's like I'm trying to process, like, oh my gosh, is he proposing to me? Like, but I can hear the video going. It's like I heard it, but I didn't really hear it. Like, I don't know. So he's standing next to me. I'm sitting down in a chair. And I'm just like, is this happening? And then like when I flashed back into reality, I heard on this video he said like, Mykia, I think he said my whole name, Mykia Ariel Bell, will you marry me? And then I look over at him and y'all, he getting down on one knee. And so I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, like. And then immediately I just started bawling. I'm not even a crier, honestly. Like I don't even be crying like out loud like that. I don't even be crying, more of like a by myself crier, in the shower crier, like. But it's like, I don't know, my body just kind of felt like filled up to the top with emotion. And then I seen like the picture of his mom on the screen, and oh gosh. So I just like started bawling. And I wish I wasn't, because I feel like I was looking ugly. So then he like got on one knee and I'm like looking at him. And then he like, will you marry me? And I'm like, of course, like yes, of freaking course. So then he put the ring on my finger. Y'all, I really don't remember that whole part. I had to ask him. Like a day or two later, I asked him, I'm like, did you say, will you marry me when you was on your knee? And he like, yes, my kid. So he said it, and he put the ring on my finger, and this is the ring. Oh my gosh, isn't that so cute? Like, look at my ring. This is really my ring. I really can't believe it. I be looking at this ring every day like, this joint is perfect. Like, you did so good. So that was the story. Literally, that was the story. And then right after the engagement, you know, it's like, it was like a million people there. Y'all, I didn't have on my mask. Oh my gosh, and y'all know, like, I had COVID before, so I'm kind of like, I'm be nervous about that. But I couldn't put on my mask because, like, everybody wants to take pictures and just all that other stuff. So literally, I encountered like 80 people. Didn't have on my mask, nothing like that. So everybody wants to take pictures. Everybody like screaming, clapping. It was a whole lot. It was just a whole lot of.
Sorry, I got to the stuff.
Okay, wait. Like, okay, Tom's here. You don't have to get in it, but I just want to hear your voice. So, how did you come up with the proposal?